Hey, Barbara.
Yeah?
Do you use extensions?
I thought you'd never ask.
Hey there, cool teachers. Welcome to this awesome Cool Teacher Lounge, this cool studio, this pretty good, better than average episode of the Cool Teacher Show. Now, we are welcomed by some of our favorite folks, and we would like to let you know who they are. Kurt Perry, do you know this guy?
Yeah, he's an assistant music director at St. Benedict
Very
Church.
cool. What about Suzanne Clandon?
Grad student at the new school.
Very cool. And how about Cami Kimmery?
How about Kimmy Kimmery?
Camry.
How about Kimmy Camry? Oh, well, whatever.
Camry.
From Cole Camp High.
Excellent. We're so glad that these cool teachers are fans and watch, and we just called your name, so share this so other people know that we butchered your name just like we do our other cool teacher viewers.
Yes.
So today is about Barbara's extensions, and honestly, mine. I know you're thinking,
I know.
Haskell has extensions.
I know.
He does. Let's get right to it. These are extensions that will blow your mind.
Right, and they're from Chrome. They're Chrome browser.
Chrome
And
extensions.
Do you know why I selected Chrome browser?
Because they placed a chip in your head and you do whatever Google asks you to do.
That's correct. No, because Chrome browser now, you probably know this, is the most popular browser.
In the history of the world.
It's 45%, and the next one is Safari, which is 25%. Remember when Internet Explorer was the most?
I remember
Do you
when
remember Netscape?
I remember Dewey Decimal.
Oh, and you met Mr. Dewey
and the
too.
card stacks. Yes, I did.
Okay, so
All right.
let's move on here. Let's go to our.
These are going to blow your mind. You're going to want to see these.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm going to start first.
Okay.
So one of my most favorite Google Chrome extensions is, believe it or not, Google Hangouts.
Google Hangouts.
They make an extension so
What?
it pops up in a window.
I need
and,
this.
Oh, yeah, it's great. See how where it is up here on my right there, and I just click that, click this, and then my
Your Hangout is
Hangouts
like open.
opens. Right. Is
That's
that
why
cool?
I can't get a hold of you. You're always hanging out.
I know.
That's a really clever extension.
I
You
am.
didn't know that was an extension, did you, cool teachers? Well, now you do. And now you know why Barbara's always hanging out.
So what's your next one?
Well, I've got one that I really like here. It is called Chrome Clipper. Chrome
Okay.
Clipper. This is a super time-saving thing. You can create a clipping based on something that you say all the time or have all the time. So maybe I have a comment that I often leave to my students. I can copy that and add it to Chrome Clipper, and whenever I need that comment, I can pull it up again. I don't have to write it again. Right?
I remember you used this
Chrome Clipper.
You used this in a Safari.
Yes, there was a Safari version of it. This is the Chrome Clipper.
Do you like the Chrome Clipper
I do.
better?
It doesn't have the same functionality as the previous one, but I really do like I like Chrome Clipper. Anytime you can copy a piece of text that you regularly use and then pull it back up again easily, that is huge, and that's Chrome Clipper.
Well, that's amazing.
What do you got?
Well, my window just crashed here, but I'm going to go ahead and look here really quickly back to my extension page. Thank you for being so patient.
Of course.
And I'm going to tell you another one of my favorite extensions as soon as my extension page loads.
No wonder it crashed. You have a million different windows open.
Well, here we go. Now I'm scrolling down. Okay. Save to Google Drive. This is a really cool extension. So let's say you see a web page and you want to save the whole web page, not just like try to drag and take a screenshot of it. You just click this Save to Google Drive extension, and it will save it as a PNG, an image, or
Excellent.
a PDF, or you have a choice to your Google Drive, and you can delineate which file you want to save it to.
And okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Isn't that
That is
neat?
really cool.
Yeah, it's a great extension, and I've used it a lot, and I'm showing my students how to use it. So that's the most important thing, I think.
That is awesome. Okay, so I've got one that is going to blow your mind.
Oh,
Do you ever sit
okay.
down and you're like, okay.
That's not much for me.
No, it's true. Do you ever sit down and you want to send an email, but you don't want to send it yet? It may be 1 a.m. that you're working, and you're like, I need to send this
I think
tomorrow.
I've heard of this. Is this a So it's called Send
Boomerang.
Later. Oh, Boomerang.
Boomerang,
Okay,
and it
Boomerang.
directly connects with you can actually determine when you want to send it later. You can send it now, and you can also boomerang this by sending it again at another time, or send it later at a time that you...
I think I've used this in the past, and I'm not sure it was called Boomerang, but that's a
They're probably
great...
in multiple versions, but I love the Boomerang extension.
Because then it makes people, like, you want to send the email out, but you don't want people to think, oh, I've got to respond to this right away.
Right.
And even if you write in the email, there's no need, NNTR, no need to respond, or don't need to respond right away, they still do. They feel like they have to because it's in their email inbox.
Yep, that is exactly right. So this one will allow you all sorts of different
Can
things.
you edit it, though? Like, let's say you haven't sent it, then you realize, oh, I've made a mistake. Can you go back and edit it?
That is a great question. Cool teachers, research that
Find
and
out.
tell us. All right, Barbara, what do you have?
All right, this was, one of my students used this in a class, and I never paid much attention to it, and then I was looking for a tool for students to do free screencasting and on a Chrome machine, and there's actually a Chrome browser extension, you've probably heard about it, called Screencastify.
Yes.
It's an excellent quality video recorder. Students in any school, especially with a Google Chromebook, could use it to do screen recordings of their learning, to do any kind of artifact that they're creating. I really liked it. I tested it out yesterday on just my laptop using my internal microphone. It was perfect. And it saves the video file to your Google Drive again. You know, I'm like Little Miss Google Drive here. But then you can just link, you can put that, like if you're using the new Google Sites, you can just copy and paste that link and it'll embed the video right on your page.
That is what we're talking about.
Right from your Google Drive.
Okay, I'm going to add that. I'm not using it, but I'm going to add that right now.
I think that's a great one, don't you?
Okay, I'm coming from the top rope with this one, but you are going to love this. This will change
What does
your
that mean,
world.
coming from the top
It's a
rope?
wrestling term. It's like when you were going big, the one wrestler, the one's laying on the mat, the other would climb up on the top rope and like jump down on top of him.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
like the big finishing move.
Okay, all right.
Coming from the top rope.
Coming from the top
This
rope.
one is called Shout Key.
I've never heard of that before.
Shout Key, let me show you the website, first of
Okay.
all. Shout Key creates a temporary but easily transmittable short URL. So I have this longer one. Okay, that's not a good example of a longer one. Maybe it's this massive Google
Okay.
document, and I want people to have access to it. Well, I want them to have access to it just for the next hour. That's it, right? I can create a shout for it, and mine is now shoutkey.com/@. It's a word that you can just communicate. It's an English word that you can write up on the board or share with them. Someone says, hey, can we have access to that document? Yes. You can shout key it very quickly. Let me show you another way to do that. With the extension, all you have to do is push the button. And now this whole page URL is shoutkey.com/fleet.
Okay.
And it lasts for, I think, 15 minutes is the preset on the extension.
That's really neat. So it instantly, it saves you that time of, like, obviously Google has a URL shortener, but that saves you the time. Now, what's the advantage, though, of just sharing it for a short period of time?
Well, if you're in a classroom or you're in a lecture and you've got some document that you just want other people to have, if you're presenting somewhere,
It's real quick.
it's really quick,
And it has
and you can say shout_key/fleet.
Exactly.
Right?
And you can customize the last word.
It's not like searching for 45 minutes on a tiny URL to find something that hasn't been used.
Right? Yeah. No.
But they're temporary, so they recycle these words.
That is so neat. Oh, so it selects the word. You don't select the word,
correct.
but it's a word. It's not like QZs are 9, 7, 8.
And
5.
you can determine how long it lasts, up to 24 hours, or maybe it's up to 2 days. But it also, at the site, it gives you immediately the QR code for it as well.
That's really great. So students can.
So I want to share, let's say, this website. Again, all I have to do is push the extension button, and it's shoutkey.com creator. It just creates a new one.
I like that. I've never heard of that. Shout key.
All right, we are running super long here, and that you heard was the bell. So it is time for us to go, and we got to get going.
I'm going to shout.
Okay, so you've seen these cool extensions. What extensions did we miss? Yeah, what do you use? And we'll make another episode, and we will call your name.
Comments down below.
Yeah, that's where you put them, in the comments down below.
Yeah.
We'd love to know. Or hit us up on the tweeter. All the kids are using the tweeter.
Yeah, they are.
Or hit us up on Snapchat. We're not actually using the Snapchat.
No, I don't use Snapchat.
No, that is too much work.
Yeah,
too much. I can't keep my hair good enough that long. All right, well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Do the like thing, do the subscribe thing, do the share thing. We appreciate it.
Bye. Okay.
Do you guys want to see in Barbara's drawers?
What?
Yeah, isn't that thing called the drawer at the top?